Yo, what up, what up? Where was the song? And then, because maybe Elden Ring Hitless, I don't know. I honestly couldn't decide what I wanted to do today. Cause I said back on Monday, it's just like, maybe I'll do Elden Ring. I don't know anymore. But, oh yeah. Can't go wrong with Dr. Pepper. Classic crack. But yeah, anyway, Silksong Steel Soul and Elden Ring Hitless today. Um, Not really anything else. And I don't know how long I'll end up going for, cause I have a bit of a like free for like all the day. I'm probably just gonna go till I feel burnt out. Hopefully, I don't get burnt out too fast. But so who knows? Maybe this will be a 6 hour stream or something. Maybe a 7 hour stream. Maybe a 5 hour stream, which is a normal stream. I don't know. I don't got anything going on tonight, so I'm kind of just going till I start to feel burnt out. But that's also why I put both games on the register, because it's just like, I don't know. The last week when I was doing Steel Soul, the burnout came fast. Now I also just wasn't feeling the best, and so maybe that's why everything just compiled last Wednesday, and it was just like, oh my gosh, I don't feel good, and now it feels like I'm just kind of like burnt out or whatever. Um, but then also, I don't know. Part of me, I also felt last stream, and I kind of talked about it. I felt last stream that it's like, oh, I'm gonna get better at Silksong, and I'm gonna start getting worse at Elden Ring, and so that's why it's like, oh, okay, need to finish Hitless. That's why I think I might be going crazy. Because, I mean, I should have finished Hitless, and dude, I just can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I keep choking on Malekith or Godfrey. I just get hit like crazy. I don't know. But here we are. We're going to start off with some Steel Soul. We'll see how far I get. And then we'll also, I don't know, maybe move on to if I start like if I fail a couple of times and just like, dude, I'm just not feeling the Silk Song, we'll move over to Elden Ring Hitless and try like a run or two. Anyway, I think we're good to go. So yeah, I'm just let's get started. Steel Soul. Honestly, with Steel Soul, I feel like I just need to not be impatient and speed everywhere. Also, I have forgotten how much contact damage deals 2 damage instead of 1, which is ridiculous. I feel I'm okay if attacks deal 2 damage. I feel contact damage should kind of never deal 2, unless like it's pushed like if the person has like a giant spinning blade in their idle animation, maybe hitting that spinning blade deals 2 or whatever. I'm just thinking back to the one, what's it, the bead guy, where I went and faced him, and I had two masks, and I was just like, oh, and I accidentally jumped on his head, didn't quite pogo it, and it just killed me, and it's just like, really? I don't know. It's things like that. Because it's like, it's not even a boss. It's like an elite enemy, and it has contact damage too. Beep! Congratulations on first. How are you doing, Beep? How's your day going? Also, you might notice something. I don't know if you notice it. But yeah, how's your day going? Oh, well, I just didn't do an up slash there. There we go. Oh. "43 times! Yay, you did notice it. You're not at work. You can hear me, right? Or you doing a clock in from work? Yeah, you can hear you? Okay. Okay. Yeah, the 43 times. Damn it, you were really one away. Come on. There you go. One away every single time. You're home right now? Alright. Chill. Yeah, 43 times. So I went in and I gave you an extra 20. I took the number, which was 22 or whatever, and I just gave you an extra 20. Because I remember you told me that, like, before the reset happened and everything, and I lost all of my streamer bot data and everything. Had to reinstall it completely and whatnot. You said you were somewhere in the 20s. And I do remember you being somewhere in the 20s. I don't know exactly what you were. But yeah, you said you were somewhere in the 20s. I remember you being somewhere in the 20s. So I figured minimum we know it was 20. So I just went and added 20. So now you're at least closer to what you should have. Maybe not exactly. But yeah, I figured, you know what? I was kind of looking to see if we could figure out exactly how much you were missing. Oops. But unless me or you remembered the specific number, there was no way for me to figure it out. Like the best way for me to or you to figure it out. Jeez. I'm already down to 1. But the best way for either of us to figure it out would be to go to an old stream and hope that I... Wow, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, the only way to figure it out was to go to an old stream and hope that I said what the number was on stream. And I'm just like, I don't usually say the number. Like I say, hey, congrats on first. And that's usually like it. So it's like I highly doubt we'll be able to figure it out. So yeah, I just gave you 20. Hopefully that feels more like closer to whatever it was. Okay, let's not just like get hit 20 times by literally nothing. By the weakest enemies in the entire game. Boom. Come on. Come on, Hornet. I love using all the little tricks that I've learned when I did speedrunning. All the little, like, diving. I don't have the dive cancel perfectly done. Because it requires you to, like, let go of all the, things. To, like, kind of cancel it early. And on a controller, I am not good at doing that. Boom! So yeah, I do like the slower of just like... I still do the dive, I just don't cancel it, which means I hit the ground a little hard. But so it's still like slightly faster than just walking. But it's not as fast as doing like the dive or the pogo cancel. Baba.
Vedastama.
Orala.
Nesvie.
Goro Cartello.
Benny Frank.
Memero. Prataka.
New objective. The Great Citadel. Yeah, like, this is still faster than just walking. But, like, a good person does this, but you see how, like, when I hit the ground, it, like, kind of, I land kind of hard. The idea is that, like, you let go of all of the buttons and then immediately push them again. So you're constantly push, let go, push, let go, push, let go. And it stops you from hitting the ground so hard. And allows you to just immediately jump and pogo again. But I haven't got the technique down. There's like a technique to it. So I just do the slower, the medium way. It's not super fast, but it's faster. I'm not that good of a speedrunner. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, I missed it. I swear, you miss it the first time, and it's like so difficult to get it the second time. There we go. It's like the easiest to get it on the very first time, and then if you miss it, trying to reset it up is just more difficult. Love you, Chakra. Bushanka. Bushanka all day. Girl commandments. Let's go. I can also get a Weaver effigy. Little later. Get all of that cash. And we come down here. Grab this little guy. And come over here to the Moss Druid and complete the quest. Because this is, genuinely, I just learned to love this talisman, this tool. The one where you get silk when getting hit. It's just like a good utility tool to just be like, hey, you know what? If you get hit, you get silk that gets you back to healing. And because you can get it so early, like right here, it's just like you can utilize it for a long time until you eventually get better tools. Boop. Okay, I think we come back to get the mask shard at a later point. No, don't fall! Jeez. We get the shortcut, so it's easy to come back here. But I think we don't worry about grabbing it right now. We come back when we have sprint and when we have float. Okay. You're annoying. Because then, if we come back, it's way easier when we have sprint, because we can just sprint through the entire room instead of standing under each pavilion the entire time. And it also allows us, if we come back when we have cloak, I should go this way. If we come back when we have cloak, that also lets us come back and grab the effigy that I was mentioning. Let's go have some fun with the beast. Era. Come on. Oh, I think I missed that silk spare. Ah, dang it. Well, now I'm just 2 hits away. There we go. There we go. That one was rougher than normal. I used to be pretty solid at that fight. Not really anymore. Oop. Woo! Cha. Always surprised me a little bit that there was only 3 silk hearts in the entire game. It's like you're telling me that I can get like a ton of silk, like a ton of upgrades to my spool, but then you're telling me that like I can only ever passively recharge 3 strands. Like the end game full upgraded is 3 strands. Really? Oh shit. Not what I meant to do. Okay, I do want my silk spear, so. Come here. There we go. Just needed the one hit. Because right here. Bam. I guess I could have got my silk spear off of him. Give me that metal. Damn it. I did that last time. I stood too close. Easy peasy. All them beads, all that cash money. Yeah. Even more cash money. And our second tool acquired. Can you know, thank you. Oh. And we're at Deep Docks. Let's go and grab our sprint. Well, let's grab this and the little buddy that's behind here. Gotcha. A woo. A woo. A woo woo. I love the fleas, dude. Fleas are amazing. No, come on. There you go. No, god damn it. Get your butt over here. There you go. Owie. Are you kidding me? Fine, this is how we'll play it. This is how we'll play it. There's so many better ways that could have been played. Boom! We have sprint. Ah, god damn it. Oh, come on. Stop it. Just get out of my way. I want to go fight Lace. And then hopefully Lace won't be a bad. I can't imagine. Well, I mean, I can. It's definitely happened before. Even on Lace 1. Oh my gosh. Yep, well, there it is. That happened. I thought she was gonna do a dash forward and she jumped up. Dude, I got hit by like every single attack she did. Told you I needed a lot of warm up. That's what all of this is for. Just warm up. I remember my first playthrough on this and just how much I was so excited. I remember waking up here and I'm just like, it's green. Like, it's green. The one thing, one of my complaints about Hollow Knight is because you had Green Path and Queen's Garden, but then everything else always felt like a little industrial rock. Like, it felt like if you weren't in Green Path or Queen's Garden, you were in pretty much... Oh, what the... How did that not pick that up? It was pretty much just gray and purple. Like a gray, purplish gray, whatever. Like, I don't... Like, if you take the average color tones of Hollow Knight and put them on a big, like, swash, it's always leaning, like, gray. And Silksong, I remember waking up and just being like, oh, this is beautiful. Hollow Knight definitely does have its own beauty in its ways. But, dude, Silksong is just beautiful. They did amazing with the art. Oh, whoop. Almost forgot this, Mossberry. I was also very much more into the lore. Like, when I first played Hollow Knight, I loved the game, but when it came to the story, like, it was kind of the vague of, like, I kind of, like, I knew the basics of what was going on, but I didn't know the deep, like, lore and stuff. But then, like, right before Silksong got announced, I started getting, like, really into the lore. That's when I really started to get into the lore of... So when I actually started Silksong, I had like enough knowledge about all of the lore and everything that every little thing it's almost I kind of like doing that with games. Like, I start a game off and I'm like, ah, it's a good game, it's a good game, and then that's kind of where I just leave it. Then the game gets like a sequel and I'm like, ooh, I really enjoyed the first one, I'm excited for that sequel. And then right before the second one, the sequel comes out, I'm like, okay, let's replay the first one So I do the same thing with TV shows. New season starting, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna rewatch the previous seasons. I do that all the time. Games or shows or anime or whatever. It's just like, oh, let's watch the previous seasons and then start watching the new season. And that's usually always when I get like super deep into the lore. Like it's when I played Hollow Knight before Silksong. Like I'd slowly started to learn about everything, but I remember going through and it's just like, okay, I know what the Pale Kings are. Like I know what Pale Beings are. I know, but like I was just like, how, what's with the moth and the god and our father, the worm, and I just started getting really into it, which then just makes me even more excited for the sequel. I also think that it makes me play the games very differently. Really? That hit. I didn't pogo off of that? I heard the sound. Because at that point, when I'm playing the sequel, I'm learning, like... I'm seeing every little detail. I think it honestly makes me just play games slower and look at everything way more. I mean, that's kind of what I did with Elden Ring. Even though it was supposed to be a new IP, I knew I was like in love with Dark Souls 3 and making all of the... Oh, that's too high. Oh, dang it. Okay, you need to go down on this one, and then you need to go up. Yeah, there. Oh, I banged my head! Are you kidding me? And I missed it. Of course I do. Oh, seriously? Come on, get over here already. That wasn't even a down. That's too high. Dude, I don't know what that is way too low. There we go. Jeez, I'm getting worse at that. I can't believe I'm getting worse at that skip. I'm forgetting where I need to aggro, at what height I need to aggro it. That's where I'm messing up. Because you're supposed to, like, bring it up to a certain height, and then... make it charge you. But yeah, that's kind of like what happened with Elden Ring. Is I fell in love with Dark Souls 3. I love that game. I slapped like 300 hours in that game. And this was before I did like speed running or challenge runs or anything. That's 300 hours of pure casual play. Just replaying it, doing different builds. That's it. No challenges, no nothing. I'd say the bulk of where my time goes in Elden Ring is all of the challenges and stuff that I do. And I'm not surprised when people don't have as many hours, because unless you're speed running or doing challenges in the game, or unless it's like a very grindy game where you're collecting literally everything, but in Elden Ring, it's like you can collect every single thing in the game in like 200 or less hours on a casual run through. Like I'm talking casually. The only reason you would be nearing 300 would be like if you're struggling on a lot of the bosses and you're collecting everything possible. Which that is not a lot of... Usually if someone gets into like, I'm gonna collect every single ability and every single weapon in the entire game and stuff, they're usually a person who experiences enough of the game, they don't struggle on bosses as much as someone else's. Exploring in Elden Ring makes bosses simple. So it's like, the more you complete the game, the easier the bosses will be, and thus your time will be lower. Because instead of sinking time into doing the boss for the 50th time, you're sinking time into finding new things, and then beating the boss in 10 attempts. Oh, I didn't... It's just like, where's my thing? I need a turn in the quest. That's also why I'm enjoying coming back to Silksong, because I have like 170, almost 200 hours in Silksong. And I've done a little bit of speedrunning. Not even like a lot, just a little. And that's it. There we go. Now I got a tool acquired. It always felt weird that they call them tools here in Silksong, so it's a red tool, yellow tool, or blue tool. But the reds and the yellows and the blues are passives. The reds are the actives. And for some reason, to me, reds were tools. Blues and yellows were going off of like Hollow Knight. They were still charms or whatnot. Like, it feels weird. I feel like the reds should be called tools, but the blues and yellows should be called something else. And that might just be like the first game in my head. Being like, oh, well, they're called charms, so you should call the passive abilities charms. And the active abilities tools. So maybe it is just me. I don't know. Oh, nope, we go this way. Oh. That was a fat finger. Want to get max silk before I start the fight. Always good. Ah! Yeah, see, that's why. Nah, he's gonna go into second phase. Oh, okay. That actually might have been a little close to, skipping... Let's see how many hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somewhere between 4 and 7. Because the Silk Spear is 3 hits. So no, he would. Never mind. He was not even close to. I was nowhere close to getting the phase skip. Woo! Come, child. Witness our waking. Witness your waking? Oh. No, I was gonna say, I'm like, I think I'm gonna be doing the waking. Not like. But no, 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 no. They're referring to saying, hey, learn of your ancestry. Witness how us, your ancestors, the Weavers, how we came into existence, how we came to be. The biggest mystery that I still would like to have answered, for being a lore nerd, and maybe I'm just missing something somewhere, because it very well, this question could be answered, and I don't know, I'm just not, I keep missing it, or I've forgotten what it is. But, your mother, Hornet's mother, who is a weaver, does not look anything like all the rest of the, like, all you take a look at all of the weavers in Silksong, and they all have like the very thin bodies and spider-like heads, because like it's the idea that they're just like a stronger version of a bug, or at least that's the lore that we learn. They were like the spider bugs, and then Silk Mother elevated them. But they've kind of got like the big round heads, but then the tall, lanky bodies. But then when you go over to Hollow Knight, and like you see Hornet's mother, I guess also in this, because you do talk to your mother in the past. At the very end of the true ending. But she looked nothing like all of the weavers here. She looks completely different. I still, and this could be because I just missed something somewhere. Oh, great. But I don't remember why she looks different. I don't... Like, she looks different, and I'm like, why, though? Why, like, what changed? And I don't remember if that got answered or not. Oh, I love me some beads. Man, gotta love how much money you get if you just know all the little, like, secret spots. Straight pin acquired. And we are back in Deep Docks. Let's go. This time maybe we should not die to Lace. It'd be beneficial. Woo! No accidental lava incidents. I like it, I like it. Does tend to happen. Uh-oh. Hey, come on. Whoop. Hurting. I need to get a heal going. Give me sprint, please. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm lucky whenever you get an ability or commune with, like, the Weavers and whatnot. It heals you and gives you full silk. Hello once again, Lace.
Yanara.
Boom. Now that was smooth. That was smooth. I did still get hit once, but way smoother than it was. Just here for the beads, boy. That's all I want. I think I'm constantly in like speedrun mode, which is dangerous because I'm focusing on going fast rather than staying alive. Like so. But I think that's mostly just because of the beginning portions of this that I like. Oh god. How do I get... Oh, you get a... Right, warding bell. That's something I could use. See, I like always run past these things. Because like I'm not thinking of... I'm thinking of going fast rather than staying alive. Warding bell would literally be something I should equip and never unequipped. Just because it's literally the thing that's like, oh, keeps you alive. Gives you protection while you're trying to heal. Alright. Quest time? Yeah, I think after I beat Widow and unlock Bellheart and get, like, the upgrade to my nail and everything, I feel that's when my speedrun mentality or, like, actions... Oop. We want to go down here. I feel like that's when my speedrun brain will finally turn off. There we go. I'm like, there's another one somewhere, I just... See, and that's... Then there's that. Alright, I missed both of those. Are you kidding me? And I can't reach those. Damn it! Oh. Oh, nope, that wasn't enough. You should be able to get it with only one reload. Yeah, and I was literally one off. I'm like, one reload and you should be fine. But, like, yeah, I feel like I'm failing this because I'm in, like, speedrun brain. And that isn't gonna turn off till after Widow. Because then after Widow, it's more like, okay, I've now, like, the intro is done. I've gotten my abilities, I'm floating. Now it's like, okay, let's collect some masks, let's do these, let's do that. Not to mention, that's also when it's gotten to the point where it's like, okay, I've unlocked a lot of everything. If I want, because one of the achievements is also 100%ing on Steel Soul. And so now it's like, okay, now I need to look at if I'm going to 100% it. Also probably because, like, at that point, there'll be a lot of time invested. And when you've invested a lot more time... Oh, really? You're, like, way more cautious. Because, like, if I die now... If I die now, it's gonna be more like, oh, okay, well, that's only, like, 30 minutes. What's another 30 minutes? I do challenge runs, like, the Hitless, I'll spend an hour and not get and be like, okay, time to restart. 30 minutes is nothing if I need a restart. If a challenge fails within the first 30 minutes, not a big deal to me. And so I think that's why I'm in speed run mode. Is because I'm like, it's only 30 minutes. Like, it'll be super fast to get back to this point if I die. And it's only once that disappears and be like, okay, now it would take a while to get back to this point. I need to make sure I don't die. How did that miss? You are annoying me. Dude, how is these... I can't even get... There we go. You're supposed to... I'm gonna die. I'm at 2 HP. You're supposed to be able to pogo his head right there, and then you can just stay up above and just constantly keep poking his head. And make the phases way, way faster. But how is that missing? Because this is super slow. And then I also missed it there. And I did the, Come on, shouldn't you be... There you go. Man, that was probably my, worst fight yet. That was actually probably the worst chorus fight I've ever had. I wasn't able to get the like pogo at all. And usually I'm pretty good at getting the pogo. When he comes up for an attack, he drops his head low enough, you get a pogo off of it. And then once you get the pogo off of it, you can just like keep pogoing and stay next to his head. And then you can like do a silk spear and then go back to pogoing. But I couldn't get it for whatever reason. Okay, this is when I go back to Bone Bottom. This is when I go back to Bone Bottom. We grab the two masks. The one here. For 350. We grab oh, we can't do that. We grab the quests, Lost Fleas and Garbs. Then we can come all the way over here. Get this. And because we have dash, it makes this part just easier. Because we can just do this. Roar. And we can literally just sprint faster than him. And we can come. You can do that without sprint, but you just have to, like, hide under the things every single time. Then, right after grabbing this, instead of doing, like, a quit out, you know, honestly, no! Okay, yep. I just shouldn't have done that. I didn't think it would deal 2. I was at 3 masks, and I was just like, oh, that's fine. I'll be fine. Nope, it gets a double hit off on me. I was gonna say, maybe I can just kill this thing, and it will get me, because it drops a bundle. A shard bundle. And then I would use the shard bundle to finish the donation repairs. I'm trying to think ahead of, like, oh, I'm doing 100% optimally. I don't need to 100% optimally. I need to 100%, well, surviving. I can come back and kill that thing when my needle's fully upgraded, or I can get I can get shards in different locations. And I need to keep playing it safe rather than playing it for speed. Okay, now the real thing is, I do know of this. Hello, wait, there it is. Got him! Because he... B-Shard, there it is. Both optimal and safe. There's a better strategy for him that speedrunners use. Because I know they do him in the 100% speed run. Because he's a shard bundle. Just immediately right there. There's no other reason to come all the way back down here, so you just get him at the beginning. And if they do end up dying on him, then they're just like, okay, who cares? Restart, because it takes like 2 seconds. He's like right there. So, there's a faster way to kill him, but I think that's the safer way, and I think right now, the safer way is just the way I need to do things. I need to say, okay, what's the safest way to do this? Like, fighting that beast was not safe. I wanted to do it to get a bone shard thing. But I should have just said, no, I'll come back later with bone shards. This is not safe right now. It'll be safe to do it later. Whoops. But yeah, like all through that, and it's like, okay, that was only 30 minutes. Even being stupid and dying there when I shouldn't have just went for it. That's 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I'll be back to that exact same point. Whatever. See, and this is also me being like, I should make sure I'm max before the boss. And I'm like, it's Moss Mother, and even if I do die, it's like way out there. Man, okay. There we go. She got out of her corner, and I just had a hard time getting her back in the corner. Optimally, you get her to go to that right side at the very beginning, and then she just never leaves that right side. It's the idea that, like, you get her to go to that right side, you hit her a bunch, she does her rock slam, or, like, her head slam, the boulders come down, and you just keep hitting her, and instead of her dashing at you, she will hit a health point threshold, where she does the headbutt slam again, and spawns a little gross bottom. And then once she does that, it's only like 4 more hits and she's dead. So the idea is that you get her to that right side, and then just... she never leaves. You just maximize your DPS. It's just really hard to do that. Rarely do I ever get it accomplished. It's not... It's just as optimal, because you gotta be on the left side of the stage, if that you get her down, and this is the one that I mostly get. If you get her down to, like, the 1 HP, and then she dashes to the left side, but then you go over there, you smack her, she's dead, and you're at the entrance. My speedrun skills of this game have completely died. I don't know how to do any of the speedrun. Well, I know the skips and I know what you're supposed to do. I am not mechanically capable of doing them anymore. I'm too rusty. And I've slightly forgotten them. Like, I very well might be doing them wrong. And that's why it's not working like I think it should. Let's see how well we do on this skip. Dash at me, jeez. Okay. No, why are you so low? Dude, like I said, you don't get it on the first time. And it feels like it takes forever to set up again. Bashanka. See, and if I'm gonna do 100%, like, I also need to buy those maps. But, at least with that, I can wait till, like, way later before I worry about buying a map. Rain! Rain streaking! Let's go! Streak keeps getting bigger. How you doing, Rain? Oh, this way. Alright, little shortcut here. We use this little guy. Boom. Skip the entire right side. A stressed potato. Being a stressed potato. I get it, I get it. I imagine it's still the same stuff from before, all of the, trying to get all the stuff sorted out. You at least have been able to, play a little bit. It was good to see you stream a little while ago. But I imagine that stuff is still being a pain in the ass. We go down first. Grab that guy, because we want a berry. And that is 3 berries. So we can just instantly get and complete this quest. This is probably my favorite part of, like, this routing that I do here at the beginning, just because I like this tool, and you could just, by the time you reach her, already have the quest done. New stress. Oh, and family members. Oh, dude. Yeah. Family members passing always sucks. When it happens to others, you gotta be there for them, and that's like it. You bitch. But I can see why that would be stressful. Been a hell of a day? Nah. Been able to play games, but not 14? Yeah, that's true. You were playing, what was it, Devil May Cry? I get it. That Might Cry 3, yeah. Out of my way, I want the monies. Jeez. Well, I mean, I hope everything gets better for you. Hope it's not bad for too long. I forget if I've asked you this. I'm pretty sure I asked you this at some point. Have you played Silksong? I think I remember you saying no, Metrovanias weren't your thing. Or maybe that was someone else that said Metrovanias weren't their thing. You're going through the series in order? Ooh, that sounds fun. I remember there was one time I did that for like Halo, going through chronological order, so starting with Reach and then going to one one, two, or Reach, 1, 2, and then from 2 I would do like ODST. Me and a buddy would sometimes play the co-op. Oh, I missed that. But we would go through and we would just 1, 2, ODSD, and then 3, and then you don't bother going past 3 because who cares about 4 and who cares about 5? Let's be fair. Halo ended after Reach. That was the last good Halo game. I think Halo 4 was okay. And I actually played Halo 4 and it was okay. Halo 5 I didn't even want to touch. It's horrible. I've not, but that's because I'm really terrible at games that sucks. I'm really bad at those kind of games. You know, hard games. I'm just a fan of games that are both challenging but rewarding. Like, I don't necessarily like difficult games, because there's plenty of games out there that are difficult, but they're like annoying difficult. I like no, you can master this and things just get easier and easier just the more you practice and whatnot. I like those kind of games. And Elden Ring and the Soul series and the Hollow Knight series have always felt like those games where it's like you can just get better and better at the combat the more you learn it. And it just makes the game less hard and more fun. ODST is your favorite from the soundtrack. ODST has some good stuff. When I have the bandwidth for a challenge, I love them. Sadly, chronic illness means I don't have that. Yeah, that's fair. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. 6 hits to kill those things. Your spear does pretty much 3 hits worth of damage. So you just gotta smack them once. Boom. Oh no, it's a trap! Craft metal. I haven't even gotten to the point where I've used this craft metal. I come here and I pick it up every single time. And then I die before I ever get to the point where I want to use it. No! Ah, come on. Pogo. Hornet, I want you to pogo. I remember when I first started playing, and Hornet's pogo is at an angle. Having to get used to that was so difficult. To get used to the angled pogo. Once you do, it's fun, just like normal pogoing. But after Hollow Knight, where the pogo is directly below you, and then this one moves at an angle, definitely feels different. There we go. 300. Yes, so many beads with this route. Second tool acquired. This one's a consumable tool. Now I got little daggers. Little daggers to chuck at people. Grab the station. Well, didn't mean to do that, but hey. At least I'm max health now. I'm coming to get you, Flea. Don't you worry. Wake up. Okay, now we go up. Gotta bring this guy with us. Get up here. Whoop. Get. Oh my gosh. He's not supposed to back up. I don't know why he backed up. There we go. You're supposed to back up that way. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? I'm actually just dying. I'm gonna reset the room. What the hell is he doing? That is not how he acts. Yeah, see, there, now he moves that way, and then he comes over, and that... See? That's how he's supposed to be. I don't know what the heck he was doing before. Well, now I gotta heal up. Being at 2 masks is dangerous. There we go. Okay. Let's see how fast I can do this gauntlet. Spear! Damn it. Again, that was facing the wrong way. Well, that would have been quick. But I just missed. Alright, well, we're back to having sprint. So that's a good thing. We don't have to rely on jump dashing anymore. Are you... I really need to wait for that. I keep jumping, like, as it's moving, and I guess I can't grab the ledge when it's still in motion. There we go. Awoo! That is 3 fleas. We need 5 to do the skip that we want to do. Alright. Lace! Let's do this! There we go. That was not that smooth. I got hit quite a bit. I was not using my dash attacks as much as I should have been. Okay, I always, when I sprint through this part, run into enemies because I'm not paying attention. Like that. That one was also just weird. Usually he runs towards me, not away. Whoops. And this is where I show you how accurate my aim is, if I made one. Oh. Is that just me in a nutshell? And this is where I show you how I would do it if I was good. And we made it.
Hello, ve.
Buenita.
¿Qué es con Mel? Hello, ve. Parida, sia.
Get our flexile spines quest. And run into more enemies. Because I'm going fast. Damn it. I should definitely heal up. Don't want to accidentally get myself killed and restart all of this. Ah, god damn it. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's good. And we reset the room. Bam, he's back. Get more spines. I missed it. Quickest way to get 25 spines. Oh, are you kidding me? That was an early... Oh, hey, I still got it. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Bemino, lelos.
Yeah, I have to say that, like, once you start to realize that most games on a quit out sends you back to the checkpoint, I don't do it on my first playthroughs because I like to, you know, not. But the moment I go through subsequent playthroughs on games, using the quit out to just go back to the last checkpoint
Yanara.
is something I do all the time. And that started with Souls games, because in most runs or challenge runs or speed runs, utilizing quit outs is just a common thing. And that just suddenly made it, like, a common thing for me to use every single, like, on multiple different games. Boom! Mask shard! Okay, let's see if my chorus fight is actually better this time. Nah, yeah, okay. See, it's the idea that, like, if you're strong enough... Oh, or I can do that. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! Jeez. Okay, well, it wasn't that bad of a fight. Except for the very end there. And I topped it off by jumping in the lava. So, you know, that's just how I do things. God. Well, it was faster. It was definitely faster than my previous one. I don't know if you'd call that better. Oh, we can room reset on this. Did I not go grab... Did I not go grab, what I normally grab? I feel like we're low on beads. I don't have enough for the mask, do I? Oh, the mask is 300. I thought it was 350. I was gonna say, I'm like, I think we're low on masks. Or on beads. But no, we're good. We're good. I mean, sometimes you jump in lava and be like that. Yeah, be like that. Hi, Warrior. How you doing? How's your day going? Bam, 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 bam. Okay, now we can do this skip nice and easy. And this time, we're just... We're not gonna be stupid against this guy. Mask shard acquired. Okay, now we go get a Weaver effigy. No, beads. Right here. Weaver effigy. And that will be worth a good amount. When we go, or when we finally get to Bellheart. Now we go to Deep Docks and we go get the final fleet. Could be better. That sucks. And hopefully it does get better. Alright. We gotta go all the way back to the jail. And we rest at the jail. So we can do a quit out. And spawn back there. Now we just gotta deal with Fatso. Are you kidding me? You did that attack? Okay, yep. Wow, that was my worst... That was my worst fight against him yet. I usually do that fight hitless. Well, damn. Alright. Guess that was good warm-up. Now we do it for real. God. Well, you can at least think of it this way, warrior. It is Wednesday. Wednesday has now passed. We are over halfway through the week. 2 more days left.
Friend.
There we go. Yep, okay, that's the... I forget he does 2. I was trying to do it the speedrunner way. There's a speedrunner way where you pogo off of him and you tank a shot, and then you get like a second pogo and 2 more strikes or whatever, and it kills him. I did regular. I didn't do Steel Soul. God damn it. But then there's the safe way of just kind of like, you know... Sit on the edge and just edge guard him. God, the loading screen on the intro is just takes so long.
Friend.
I gotta restart this. I accidentally clicked normal mode instead of Steel Soul. No, not autosave. Trash. No. God damn it, and then I selected it. How many confirmations are there to kill the thing? Okay. Trash. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Steel Soul. Jeez. My menuing is getting bad. I might be spamming A little too much. Honestly, depending on how far we get on this run, I might swap over and do some Elden Ring Hitless. if this run fails. Because I kind of want to do both today. I don't know why. I feel like I can just do an extra long little bit of both. Okay, this is the safer way to do it. Thank you. Ah, damn it. And there it is. You get the B shard. Which that can come in helpful later. A game by Team Cherry. Oh, Hornet. You ache with your pains, and you walk so slow. We must cure you of that pain. Okay, do not fall. I'd rather not do the whole loop again. Woo! 2 mossberries. I love that you can get 2 mossberries just that early. You just gotta think of like, oh, just pogo this guy. Let's see if I can actually do Moss Mother properly. Oh, nope. Yep. That honestly wasn't too bad. Getting hit from her and missing that one pogo was kind of like, but not too bad. I always want to push start because I think it's a cutscene. Click past it, but no, it's just a fade to black, so it's just a pause menu. Chapel Maid. The greatest citadel. I also remember on my first playthrough when I saw that, I was like, okay, we're climbing up to the Citadel, let's do this. And then you finally get up to the Citadel, and you start going through the Citadel, and then it's like, oh, you thought the game was gonna be over soon? Nope. And it just keeps going and going and going. And then you finally get to the end, and you're like, okay, that's great. And then it's like, nope, and it keeps going, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Dude, the content was insane. Damn it. Here we go. I think everybody was surprised by the just insane amount of content that this game had. Especially when Team Cherry was just like, hey, sure, why not? It's $20. I was like, yeah. Here's buy it for $20. That's it. I was just like, damn. That's too high. Oh, I jumped too late there. Can you? There we go. So you've been playing any games yet recently, Warrior? Anything you playing right now? Bojanka. The chakra is probably like definitely one of my favorites. I don't know if chakra is my favorite. Cause everybody loves oh my gosh, why have I forgotten his name? Little man. Who sings all the songs. I can't believe I've forgotten his name. Shows you how little I've played Silksong in the last half a year. And we get our silk spear. Chase me if you can, little buddy. I'm out. Oh, come on. This is getting annoying. I'm hitting everything accidentally. Missing jumps, getting hit by enemies. Just doing everything wrong. Wish promised. Wish completed. Back to back. And on you go. Getting all the monies. We need it if we want that mask. Even more beads. God damn it, let me jump. What you did? I do a little hop. Okay, I just remember there's an object there that you pogo off of. And it makes you, like, launch into the guy. Kind of annoying. Alright, Belbeast. Can I one-cycle you? Probably not, but hey. We can always try. Yep, never mind. I'm not. There's no way I'm one-cycling you. Okay. Oh, how did that tail hit me? Okay, maybe I should move over to Elden Ring. I think maybe it's time to move over to Elden Ring. Apparently Silksong just ain't going well for me. I'm not even making it to the bell heart, which is the halfway point. So yeah, I think we just do a good old swap over. Bada bing, bada bam, bada boom. Bada bing, bam, boom. Also make sure... Oh, there it is. We also gotta make sure live split is functioning properly. There we go. Elden Ring! We'll see how well my skills stay solid. Because this is the first time that normally I separate these one day this way, one day that way. But now, now I'm sitting here like, okay. Let's try not to do like a Silksong ability while I'm playing Elden Ring. He's back in the building again. Alright. Let's let's get this. Let's get this bag. You know, I'm much better at this game than I am at Silksong. I love Silksong, and I like to think that I'm pretty good at Silksong, but I'm much better at this game. That was a far jump. I could definitely... 37.66! That's the new second place. Because 37.57 is my record. I did not think that was that fast. I didn't think that was anywhere close to my previous intro record. You know, I think there's only one thing in the entire world that would get me to stop playing Elden Ring. And that's Elden Ring 2. Damn. Didn't get the double boast. Cancel. Sad day. I mean, to be fair, Elden Ring got me to play a lot less of Dark Souls 3. Like, I don't go back to Dark Souls 3 nearly as much as I used to. I still go back to Dark Souls 3, and I mean, I would definitely still come back to Elden Ring. But guaranteed, I'd be like, no, I'd be doing new challenge runs and the speed runs in Elden Ring too. What? And we do know that eventually there is going to be a second Elden Ring. Miyazaki said he's done with the game for now, but he will return to it. I mean, I honestly think Miyazaki plans on expanding this IP way further. The fact that he's greenlit a movie to be made about it, a live-action movie, and then, like, him and George R.R. Martin are, like, producing it. They got someone to direct it. They're not the directors, but they're both the producers, which means they're, like, being involved in its production.
I can play turning to 80. You need to the foot.
I have a feeling that he wants to continue to expand upon this world way, way more. Because, like, the Souls series was kind of like, it had a story, he wanted to keep going with it, but he found a good ending to it. Like, Dark Souls 3 was like, this is how it's supposed to end. But Elden Ring definitely seems like there's no definitive ending. Like there's so much of the before, the past. Because like even Dark Souls, like when you look at the Dark Souls series, you're just like, oh, but what if we had a game? Like in Elden Ring, you could be like, what if we had a game that took place during the Shattering? And it was like we fought like in a giant war, and that was the game. In Dark Souls, it's just like, no, Dark Souls 1 started at the beginning. It started in the beginning there were gods that fought against the ancient dragons, or they found the first flame. They found the first flame, it gave them power, they fought against the dragons to conquer the world, and now the story begins. And it's just like, I guess maybe we could have a game about the gods fighting the dragons, but this one, it's like, no, there's so much. There's the Shattering, there's Pre-Shattering, there's all the lore about Placidusax, who existed way before America was even born. There's many different gods that have tried to take... There's the giant skeletons buried deep within the earth, where it's just like, who are these primordial beings? There's just so much more that it leaves to mystery. He greenlit a few... Oh, yeah. There's... The Sekiro anime is coming out. Which, by the way, entirely hand-drawn. And I think the animation style looks so... Like... The animation style being entirely hand-drawn and, like, the style it's given, it just... I don't know, there's something about it that I think is gonna look real cool. And then there's gonna be an animated movie about Bloodborne, and Jacksepticeye is helping direct that, which is interesting. Wait. Hello? I can't target while I'm talking to you? It's just so far away. Jeez. I like killing that mosquito, because sometimes it can just wander over while you're fighting Alex. It can just wander over here, and then it just hits you while you're trying to kill Alex. That just sucks. A croc. Sorry, Alex. Do love you. Yeah, what will be done with the Bloodborne movie? So it's like, we got the Elden Ring movie, we got the Bloodborne movie, and we got the Sekiro anime. Elden Ring live action, Bloodborne animated, and Sekiro anime. It's like... Miyazaki has decided he just wants to push his mediums into things beyond games. And honestly, I think this also just might be From Software being like, hey, like, From Software has never been... They've always been about telling stories, less about, like, you know, the money side of things, which is why everyone respects the hell out of them. It's because they are very, very against, like, the whole live service, microtransactions, all this crazy stuff. They don't like doing that. Miyazaki wants to tell stories, not, you know, slam microtransactions into everything. And I think it's just that, like, this is their way where they're like, we're still passionate about these projects, and we can, you know, make some more money by pushing them into different mediums. From Software is just like, we are about telling stories, and soon we will tell a story in all forms. Next thing you know, Miyazaki's gonna release a book. I mean, there are books that are like... There's not like an official novel that Miyazaki has released, and I think that would be funny if he did. If he's just like, I've got games, I've got anime, I've got movies, both live action and animated, and now I've got a book. He just wants to do every medium. Play games to experience stories, not torture my wallet. Exactly. I mean, hey, that's leading to the death of AAA, so indie is just king right now, man. And I'm all here for it. There have been some great indie games coming out. If all the AAA studios want to murder themselves... I mean, Sony literally just announced, hey, we're gonna go even deeper. Like, we're diving even further down the rabbit hole of live service games. When everybody is saying, dude, you have to stop these, and then they're just like, okay, we'll stop them. Psych, doubling down. It's just like, yeah, okay. I mean, I do like... Microsoft is doing huge... Xbox is doing way big cutbacks. And people were, like, looking at everything. But they just announced that they managed to do it without closing a single studio. They were able to combine a couple studios together. One studio is going independent, and one studio is still... figuring out what they're going to do next. Like, whether they're going to be combined, go independent, or find someone else to purchase them. And I like that Xbox is actually like, okay, we're going to try our best to not close any studios. And so they've earned a little bit of respect back. AAA's got too comfy thinking they were the only option. Sony got a backpedal. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't even know if Sony's gonna backpedal. They should have backpedaled forever ago, and then they finally... Everybody thought they were gonna backpedal now, because it's been years. It's been multiple years of us saying this is not what we want. And it's been multiple years of them losing so much money. Like, they've been losing so much money, not just over this last year. No, over the last, 5 years. They have been in the negative. And so everybody finally thought they were going to backpedal now, and instead they double down. And it's like, I honestly don't think they're going to backpedal in a year. I don't think they're going to change. I think they're going to try to double down, and it might be like another 4-ish... I'm going to guess minimum 3, if not longer. Minimum 3 years before they finally get a clue, or longer. That's what I'm seeing now. I think Xbox is slowly going to, at least with what they're doing, trying their best to not shut down studios, but downsizing, because let's be fair, what made everything so bad in the gaming industry is bloat. Like, I am sorry for a lot of the developers that are losing their jobs. There we go. I am sorry for a lot of the developers that are losing their jobs, but I'm not sorry for everyone losing their jobs. And the reason why is because I know for a fact that the industry was heavily bloated. Xbox announced 3,200 people will be being let go. And you want to know what that tells me? I bet you less than half of those people are good developers. And I will salute those developers and wish that they will find new places that they can let their creative juices flow. But I am most certain of those 3,200 jobs, I would like to think that 70% of them, at the least, are just bloated jobs. They're people who got into the industry and made it shit. They're the people that say, oh, I'm the manager of this, and literally do nothing. They even said they had, some games had 14 levels of management. And that's why things couldn't get done. Because it had to pass through 14 different levels of management before any minor thing could get approved. Brother, 3 is the maximum number you should ever have. Are you kidding me? That is what I mean by blown. And I'm dead ass, and this is a salty take, but I dead ass think I'm like sorry, not sorry. Way too many people bloated up the industry because they just wanted to fill it with crap. And I'm fine with them finally leaving. Like for the developers that genuinely wanted passion and like tried to get games, I feel bad for them, but I genuinely think that that is not the majority of people getting let go. I would like to look on the positive side and say that most of the people getting let go are the people that were ruining the industry. So, we'll see where Xbox goes. They definitely needed to downsize. I think, and again, it kind of sucks to say there's people that need to be fired, but there are. You're spending hundreds of millions of dollars and saying that you have a team of 300 on this one game, and it's like, bruh, you need to spend like $2 million and have a team of 20 people. Like, why are, like, so many of these things are getting way too bloated? And it's filled with people that just sit there, do nothing, but take a paycheck. And it's like, hey, you want to know why indie is beating your ass? Is because it's one person making millions and millions of dollars. Because it's just one person. And they are making a better game than you. One person and a budget of like $10,000, if that, is making a better game than your team of 300 million. And to like the 14 levels of management, well, no wonder it takes hundreds of millions of dollars. You gotta pay 13 people to sit there and do nothing, and you're probably paying them 100 grand a year. And 13 people are sitting there doing nothing. E33 proved it. Yes, exactly. Like, that is one of the prime examples. E33, hell, we were just playing Silksong. Silksong proved it. Team of 3 people. Everyone needs to contribute, and they're all passionate about a project. Yeah. And that's why it's like, I mean, look at From Software. From Software has had huge success. Do you see them getting, like, 300 people? No. You'll see them hiring at a moderate rate. They don't just suddenly say, expand, bring in a bunch of new people, and throw in 5 more levels of management. Like, what? No, it's still like the same structure. You have a director, possibly 1 or 2 co-directors, and then a team of developers. And that's it. And they have expanded. They created a new team. Someone who was working under Miyazaki since the Soul series is finally getting his debut, and he kind of debuted as a director for Night Rain. Because Night Rain was not directed by Miyazaki. It was directed by pretty much the person Miyazaki trusted the most. And now he has a team. So now they have 2 really skilled teams. They're doing it right. They build themselves up slowly. They make sure people get experience. They make sure people get trained on what they should do and what they shouldn't do. They don't just immediately hire 100 people and then not know what to do with them. That's why so many people are getting fired now, is because that's exactly what happened. Sad. But we'll see. We'll see what goes on with Xbox, and we'll see how they end up doing. Oh my gosh, trees and wildlife getting in my way. I hope, like, I thought them when the new CEO was brought up. What is her name? Aisha something. I think it's Aisha. I don't know. When she was first announced as the new CEO, I thought, oh great, because it's like her previous title was the AI coordinator, and I'm like, oh great, a CEO that has a back experience in AI. Like this is, I genuinely thought it was the same thing as what Sony's doing right now. I'm like, cool, you guys just don't understand what's going on, do you? Then she literally says, all right, we're ripping AI out of the Xbox system, and we're going to go back to the classic Xbox look. Like the transparent green, seeing the Eternals. And immediately I was just like, okay, maybe she knows what she's doing. Then the layoffs and studio closure announcements happened. And immediately, it's like a freaking roller coaster, man. It's like, okay, maybe you don't know what you're doing. But then it finally, the layoffs and closures, I bought 3 of those. I was only supposed to buy 2. Whoops. Then it actually does announce the layoffs and closures. And suddenly it comes out that Xbox is trying their best to not close the studios, but to instead have them merge or find other ways, or trying to let them go independent. They're not just saying, close the entire studio, sucks to suck. So it's been a little bit of a roller coaster, but I think for the most part, Xbox is slowly starting to do it right. Again, still need to wait till their games come out and see if their games are good. There was also something said when Baldur's Gate 3 got Game of the Year. Corporations, at least the big ones, lean to learn the wrong lesson from indie games. Dude, if I'm being fair, now, I think it's very improper to blame a video game for what happened to the gaming industry. Because it's not necessarily the game's fault. It's all of the corporations that just think, okay, that was a big success. They chase the big winner because it succeeded. And, like, it's like, dude, you're like chasing the lottery is what these corporations are doing. It was Fortnite. It was Fortnite. I think it was Fortnite that made every corporation say, we're gonna chase this live service, microtransaction hell that, like, everyone else, Fortnite is succeeding, and Fortnite made billions. It still makes bank. It is, like, one of the most money income, like, it is huge. It is the only reason Epic Games is doing good. And every corporation tried to copy it. Sony still hasn't learned their lesson that nobody wants live service games. Fortnite was a diamond in the rough. It was a miracle. It happened, it made bank. Now everyone's trying to copy it, but no one wants to deal with the copies.
Hello, it's rather I missed what I was. Could I ask that thug only if you?
And I think they just looked at, like,
Please.
oh, look at Fortnite, look at League of Legends, look at these live service games, and it's just like, okay, well, Fortnite, again, Fortnite's free to play, and it's entirely cosmetic. With, like, all of these crazy things. League of Legends, same model, free to play, all cosmetics. And they thought, they looked at those and they said, live service, microtransactions, buy a boost, buy gems, buy things that can make the game easier. And it's just like, did you really look at Fortnite and League and, like, the live service successes who are free to play and cosmetic only microtransactions, and you got let's make all of the worst things possible. It's like, dude, you learned the wrong lesson. Not only did you think that these things were a good thing to chase, because let's be fair, they aren't. Like, live service is a very rare hit or miss. It's a miracle those survived for as long as they did. And not only did you say, let's chase the near impossible thing, you said, let's chase the near impossible thing and learn all of the bad ideas from it and double down on those bad ideas rather than the good ideas. It's like, uh-huh. Epic CEO is all about the Epic CEO is, I don't know what the fuck is going on with him. He's off his rocker. he really is. He's blaming Valve and calling, he's like one of the main voices in screaming that Valve is a monopoly. Because, you know, Valve is just, they made a good interface for everyone, and they cater towards customers, not towards developers. And so all the customers, of course, go there because they're we're gonna go do Bernie. And then his thing is just like, just because they make, like, just because they make a good product and everybody likes them because they make a really good product does not mean they're a monopoly. They just make a good product yourself. Like, I do not think it's that difficult. It is not that difficult. I went to the gate again. I'm supposed to go to EG. God damn it. Teleporting to the wrong place. Love to play to win. Yeah. We love play to win, not pay to win. There's a difference. They earn the community's trust. Yeah. And that's, I think that's the biggest thing that every corporation just can't get through their skull. And and to be fair, I've been saying the same thing for years now. Like, I said the exact same thing. Oh, wow, corporations can't get it through their skull. No one wants this. And building community trust, the trust, consumer trust, just having trust with the people you sell products to. That's how you succeed. And instead, like, I said that 3 years ago, and I'm still saying it now, and it's just like, they should have clued in 3 years ago. They didn't, and they're not cluing in now. So I just pretty much, who cares about them? They are literally toddlers putting their fingers in their ears and screaming at the top of their lungs saying, I don't hear you, I don't hear you. 5 years have passed and they're still doing it. Why do you even bother? Like, I'm not even gonna bother, like, I'm not gonna be bother telling corporations they're wrong because they haven't listened for the last 5 years. There's no point anymore. I'll just sit back and watch them burn and suffer. And if they do come around, like Xbox is kind of doing, if they do finally come around, then I will be like, okay, cool. Let's see what you got. But maybe if they listen to gamers instead of more... Yeah, I mean... They for the last multiple years have tried to prioritize immediate money rather than longevity. They would rather sell out their consumers for a big wad of cash than invest in their customers. And then Valve and FromSoft, who invested in their customers, instead of chasing the big bag to make out with $1 billion in half a year, are now the only ones succeeding, and everyone is losing hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's like, yeah, you know, they did like a test with like, what was it? They did a test with children. The one where they put like a marshmallow. They put like a marshmallow on a plate and they say you can eat this marshmallow now, or if you wait like 5 minutes, you can eat the marshmallow, or like we'll give you a second marshmallow. And I believe it was like, what was it? Ages 10 and up, like 90% of the time, waited. And then like ages 8 and below, 90% never waited. And then it was like a 50-50 for ages like 8, 9, and 10. Anything below 8 never waited. Everyone above 10 did wait, and then 8, 9, and 10 was like a 50-50. And it's just like, this is exactly the same thing. They want the immediate bag of money instead of waiting for just a lot more. And it kind of makes you laugh. It's just like, dude, these CEOs literally have the mentality of an 8-year-old. They never learned past the age of 8. They never learned. And because the 10-year-old did learn its lesson and invested in its customers, they now say that the 10-year-old is cheating and now has a monopoly on things. And it's just like, no, the 10-year-old just waited his 2 minutes. That Valve just waited. That's all they did. Are you kidding me? Buy the thing, please. Thank you. Given, it's not surprising when you say a CEO has less brain power than a 10-year-old. I think everybody kind of agrees at this point. Everybody be like, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, sell all of these. Make sure I don't accidentally sell the stuff I need. I haven't done that yet. I haven't accidentally sold stuff I need. But I know that is definitely something I might accidentally do. You can't speed run sustainability. As someone who tries to go for speed, it's practice. It's putting in the time and practice. It's not, you don't just send it. It's like, oh, I want to try speed running. You just send it. No, you practice, then you send it. Considering how many CEOs are out of touch and love, yeah. And I mean, I'll be fair. It very well could be like, and it always feels weird talking about this, but it, you know, the signs are kind of there. It is kind of like it's the older generation. The old generation who is just like, don't get me wrong. Every generation has its problems. It's just a big problem when the older generation is for immediate money right now. The younger generations are having a problem with laziness and not doing anything. The older generations are having a problem with, you know, give me money now, give me all the money. Every generation has its its 7 deadly sin that infects it the most. I think the boomers, their sin is greed. It's literally what everything is going off of. Then you go down to millennials, and I think it's pride. Like when you look at all the extremism that is everywhere where people are yelling at people, it's all about pride. It's all about me, me, me. And then when you get to Gen Z, it's all about sloth. It's all about not wanting to do anything, wanting... Maybe it's because they see the boomers with all of the money. They sit there and be like, well, just let me do nothing and share. Just give me all of that. And I shouldn't have to do anything for it. It's just like every generation has their 7 deadly sin that they're just suffering from. 100%. I'm not sure we're pride. I think it depends on what you've been through. Some of us are wrath. Well, I only think some of us, like, I only think wrath is applicable when you talk about how people are angry at the older generation. I think it's only wrath being, and that's not necessarily when it's something like that of like we're mad at the other generation for doing these things. I mean, I do think that there is wrath, but I think the wrath stems from pride. Like, we talked earlier about, like, it feels just like everybody's angry with each other. And so it's like, I get wrath from that, but I feel that wrath comes from pride. The wrath of everybody being angry with each other is because everywhere I see, the angry is because you aren't doing what I say, that is pride. That is pride out the wazoo. The reason why people are angry is because you aren't doing what they are saying. So the wrath stems from pride, which is why I think it's pride. See here, you lean more towards wrath than pride. I mean, yeah, like, it can... Why am I upping intelligence? No, it's faith. Come on. Like, yeah, I mean, it can depend on the person. I'm just saying is, like... I think as a whole. If you're to generalize all of it, I think majority comes down to pride. But I mean, everybody has like a little bit of everything. It's prideful to never admit that you're wrong, and yet I'm pretty sure every generation has an issue with not admitting. I think humanity as a whole suffers from no one ever admitting that they're wrong, or it being looked down on if you admit you're wrong. If you're wrong, you're shamed for it, of like, oh, you didn't fight back, boo. Oh, you changed your opinion, boo. And it's just like, fucking chill, people. And that is definitely a form of pride, is not admitting you're wrong. And I think that exists in every generation. So it's like, yeah, you can kind of say... Sorry, I gotta lock in for Noble. Okay, first cycle is good. Cycle 2. I don't even need to take the crit. God damn, I love it. My old strat had me taking the crit. And the crit would sometimes still not kill. Sometimes you'd need an R1 after the crit. And then this strat is like, dude, sometimes you don't even need to take the second crit. and I love it. Humans suck at admitting fault. Yeah, that's just a human trait. I mean, I do it plenty of times. I try my best to be like, I will change my opinion on things plenty of times in light of new information. And that's also just because, like, you know, I like learning. It's kind of why I like lore and junk. That's also why I'm big in science and whatnot, is because I just like learning. And any person who's just like wouldn't change their opinion with new information, I like the information to be provable, but like I don't have an issue with that. But there are still plenty of times where in any other scenarios I've not wanted to admit that I was wrong, even though I was. That's just something that everybody does. So it's just something everybody does. I mean, it's like nobody's perfect. Well, of course not. It'd be stupid to think anybody's perfect. The best you can do is, you know, try to right your mistakes and continue to do better in the future. That's how it is. I know there's plenty of shit I wish I could change. The only thing I can really do is just try to be better from here on out. Oop. There we go. That's the attack I like you doing. Because then when you do that attack, you don't really do your launch. Because the launch, they can launch their claw down and hit me below. That always scares me. If we made more room for empathy, the lesson human needs to learn admitting fault. Yeah. Yep. Only thing you can really do is look at yourself. Try to be better than you were the day before. Alright, well, we made it pretty cleanly all the way to Rykard, which is nice. Rykard with no incidents. Now we just need to do Rykard with no incidents. Don't need grease anymore.
Well, then I presume.
Oh.
When I'm if you come
That was not what I meant to click. But I don't think I've clicked talk to EG since my first playthrough. So Maybe it was good. It's been a while since we talked to EG, right? Say hello. Although I'm not doing Ronnie's quest line, so... Okay, should I try? I have no idea if you can do this in 1 or 2. I might just be wasting this here. But I'm gonna experiment slightly. Oh, that just missed. Alright. Never mind. I have no idea where the actual position is that you're supposed to be. Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, Redguard. Be kind. Dude! I just need to wait till he does his first. It's so annoying. That is the only attack that comes out fast enough. That is the only attack that comes out fast enough that, you can't shield poke. Like, if you try to shield poke, like I was doing there, I did, like, a shield poke, and then he queued up that attack. That attack comes out fast enough that you end up getting hit if you tried to shield poke. But it's so annoying because sometimes he just won't attack for like a solid 5 seconds. And you're like, I could have got like 3 attacks in here. I hate that opening where it's just like, do I wait? The safer option would be to just wait. I just find it annoying when he doesn't queue up an attack and I'm sitting there waiting for it. And I'm just like, okay, looks like he's not queuing up an attack. And then I go for the shield poke, and then he queues up the fastest. If it's literally any other attack, you can dodge it in time. That is the only attack that's fast enough that you can't dodge it in time. Oh, well. We go again. It's alright, it's alright. Serpent Hunter Hitless. How's that? Record? No! 3766 again! Dude, the fact that I got 3766 both times. Not just, I mean, the same second is whatever. It's the same 100th of a second that I'm more surprised about. 3766. Let's see. That's 57 was it? So that's a 9. 0.09 above my record. Oop. Literally the only thing that I care about having a record for. I didn't pop this. What was I doing? I was just not paying attention on that elevator. Man, and I didn't get bow skip. No bow cancel there. You know, this month, at the very least, is supposed to have some pretty good games coming out. I'm still waiting on the Silksong DLC. They announced Silksong DLC at the very beginning of the year, and they're just like, coming this year. Well, it'd be nice if it... I thought we might get it in the summer, but now we're, like, getting about halfway through July, and we've had no update on when it's actually gonna happen. I do know the Halo 1 remake is coming out this month as well. And I'll be fair, like, I think I'm fine with it for the most part. We'll see how those three, because they're adding 3 new levels. We'll see how it plays out and how those 3 levels play. Because, like, I know a lot of people have, like, said, oh, another remake. And it's not just another remake. It's another remake that it was already... Well, it was remastered before. They gave it a graphical update and re-released it. And now they're doing it again. Except this time it's a remake instead of a remaster. Which means, instead of just being graphics, they are overhauling everything. But it does look nice. I just hope that they can go back to the traditional... I'm hoping that and maybe this is just copium. It is... You shouldn't trust any of it. But I'm hoping that the remake actually is fun. That, like, it feels like they did a good job on it. And then I hope they keep that momentum. No one liked 4. Everyone hated 5. Infinity was just a giant flop. They just kind of butchered the story and everything. I think everybody just kind of wants to go back. But, like, genuinely, like, no one's excited about Halo anymore. And to me, the Halo 1 is interesting. The Halo 1 remake is interesting. But to me, it's more of just like it's a test. They haven't been able to make a good Halo since Bungie left. And then Bungie shot themselves in the foot. So I don't even know what's going on with them. People complained about Destiny constantly because they, you know, they didn't listen to people. And then they don't listen to people further when people want to keep Destiny and they say, no, we're going to get rid of it and go full on into our new game, Marathon. Marathon that barely anybody plays. Like, Marathon's not keeping an audience. And why is it not keeping an audience? Because it's another freaking hero extraction shooter, dime a dozen. Every single person's been doing it for the last 5 years. Here's another. Nobody wants it. Like, seriously.
Help me. I'm stuck. Hello? Oh, I at these.
Everyone just wants to chase the bag. A couple years ago, everyone was talking about MMOs. Now, literally every one of those MMOs has died. even the ones that were, like,
I see it now.
in production,
Humans all lose their
have all ran out of money and been canceled. The only MMO that is still planned on coming out is the League of Legends MMO. And as someone who played League of Legends a lot in the past, surprise, surprise, League of Legends, I actually really like their world building and their lore. I have genuinely thought that Riot Games has always been a respectable company. I definitely have way more respect for other companies over them. But in terms of, like, are they a greedy company? I genuinely don't think they are. And I know a lot of people complained and being like, oh, they're just trying to greed out things when they were releasing, like, ultra super rare skins for, like, $400. And people were being like, oh, it's just them being greedy. Genuinely, it's a cosmetic. It's a cosmetic and the game is free to play. As someone who always played the game free, I'm literally sitting there like, dude, if some whale who has a buttload of cash and buys every skin that is ever released wants to pay $400, and that lets me keep playing the game for free, let them. I had zero issue. I did not really care. I'm like, cool, super expensive $400 skin. I'm never gonna buy it. That, I honestly think is a waste of money. But if whales who have a bunch of money buy it, and it means that I can keep playing the game that constantly keeps getting updated for free, by all means, I'm all for it. Or, that's more money to put into their MMO. I'm all for it. In terms of actually, like, making a good game and then listening to customer feedback, at least on gameplay, they might not give a shit about the feedback when it comes to, you know, the feedback of don't make $400 skins. They don't care. As long as they listen to the gameplay feedback and actually make the game fun, I don't care. Speaking of which, like I said, Rain, on the MMO side, I have actually, since they first said that they were going to make an MMO, and because I actually enjoy the lore of League of Legends, I have been interested in that MMO. And it has been on my list that, like, I want to try it when it comes out. As an MMO player yourself, have you ever thought about it? I don't even know if it's been on your radar. But when I was playing Final Fantasy XIV and they announced that they were going to make a League MMO, I was actually like, I mean, I will have to see gameplay before I truly judge whether it's worth my time or not. That is, gameplay is king. I will always look at that. But genuinely, I mean, if the gameplay was identical to 14, but it just had, you know, it just had League of Legends lore slapped on top of it, I would, like, I think I would be interested enough to play it. As of right now, I'm interested in playing it, but that could definitely change the moment they release gameplay and the gameplay looks like shit. But with everything they've been talking about and the few leaks that have happened and the names they've had come to work on it, seems like it could be pretty solid. You're watching Arcane right now? Well, Arcane's beautiful. If I'm going to praise anything, like, maybe you hate the video game because the community is toxic as hell, and I do not blame that for you. There's a reason why it's become like a funny haha joke to be like, ew, League? And why everybody says, ew, League? But even if you want to scrutinize the game, you can't scrutinize the show. Arcane was beautifully done. The animation is great. The story is amazing. And that's also, again, what, like, got me solid on the story. I would read the biographies of some of the champions when they would release, and then they suddenly made a TV show, and I'm just like, how well is it going to match up to the lore? I am hoping that they come back with more arcane stuff. I mean, it looks like they are going to. I just have no idea what they'll plan on next. But there's so many different places I want to see. Like, we got to see Piltover and Zaun, and kind of like the early stages of how they split. I want to see Bilgewater. I want to see Demacia. I want to see more of Noxus. I mean, we kind of leaned into a lot of Noxus in the Black Rose in Arcane. I won't say more if you're currently watching it. But, like, oh my gosh. There's so much lore there. Forgot to craft these. Make sure we get everything. Alright. Ready to go. I'd play more than I'd play League. Well, yeah, because it's an MMO. It's not going to be anything like League. It's the people playing it are going to be completely different. I mean, Valorant doesn't have the same reputation of being toxic as League. It has the same reputation of being like, oh, a hero shooter. Yay, let's get into another one of those. But it doesn't have the same of literally everyone's toxic. And it is a horrible game to play. And 2XKO, like, the only complaint I heard about 2XKO is that there's just not enough content for it. I looked at... It was not a game that interested me in the slightest. I'm not really, like, a fighter game person. But I listened to people who were into fighting games talk about it, and they said the game's solid. They like it. The only complaint is that there's just, you know, not enough content. And I think that will slowly change as they slowly add more people to the roster. So it's like, I think Riot Games has made solid games. So I can only hope that the MMO will be pretty solid. You're crying watching Arcane? Oh, well, dude, there are some sad moments in Arcane. Arcane's good. I've rewatched Arcane like two times since its release. Like, I rewatched Season 1 when Season 2 came out, and then I think at some point I was just like, I should rewatch that. And it was like, was it earlier this year? Was it like back in January? I think it was like 6 months ago, half a year ago or something. I think I rewatched both of it. Because it's just a good show. Yeah, League is bad, mostly because of the people who play it. And I think the reason why I played it for so long and why I enjoyed it, and I still think it's a good game, is because I played it with people. And that's how you gotta do it. You have to play League with friends. If you play it solo, not only will you be treated to the toxic community, you get sucked into the same toxic community. Like, you become one of them. It's like an infection. If you play League solo, it's not like, oh, yeah, I'm the one different. No, everyone will get infected. You become toxic. Even if you're the kind of... I have literally watched some of the nicest people play League, and they will, like, get angry. And it's just like, damn. You play it with friends. It is a party game. You treat it like a party game, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, and you'll actually have fun playing. Can you go... Stop turning, and... I realize you're turning because I'm positioning. But still, stop turning. First watch of season 2. Ooh, so you've seen all of season 1, but season 2 halfway through. Yeah, you're getting to the good stuff. You played League alone? I mean, I did as well. There was a time period where for like a year I played it solo. So I'm like speaking from first-hand experience of just like it's just not a game. Given I played with people who even were toxic, even though we were a group. I played with a dude who was always nonstop toxic every single time we played League. It's like it genuinely really started to suck playing League with him. I also like to goof off in games. So, like, yeah, I do like to challenge myself. I do like to try and play the game well. And I do like to be like, yeah, let's get a win here. But that's like half of the games. The other half of the time, I'm like, nah, I'm a take... Dude, I took Lux in the jungle one time because I thought it would be funny. Like, took a squishy mage with horrible wave clear or like jungle clear abilities, and I threw him in the jungle and said, let's try this. I was the person who would say, how off meta can we go? How many top laners can we stick in the bottom lane to just screw with the game enough that maybe it works? That's how I like to play. Which is obviously why sometimes I dealt with toxic people, because they were just like, no, we have to win every single time. And it's just like, or we can just have fun. Half of the time, I'm like, okay, let's be serious. But then half of the time, I'm like, let's goof around and have fun. I'm a bit of both. And it always seemed like I could find people that were one or the other. I rarely found people who were the same as me. Either I would want to goof off, and I would find people that like goofing off, but then it'd be like, okay, let's do one for serious, and they would be like, no. And they'd be like hard against it, being like, no, I'm not going to play with you anymore. You want to be serious about the game. And it's like, well, yeah, sometimes. And then I would get with people who wanted to be serious about the game, and then they would be like, oh, you want to goof off? No. Get out of here. Stop trolling. And they'd get toxic and angry, and it's just like, I could never find the right people that would want to do a mix of both. That would like to be serious sometimes, but then goof off other times. Bada bing, bada bing. Singed and Victor have reunited. Oh. You're getting the good stuff in season 2. I mean, to be fair, all of it's good. Season 1 and season 2. But anyway, what I was going to say is, I don't know if you'd be interested, Rain, because you play, you're big into 14, you play a lot of MMOs. I am definitely going to try the Riot MMO when it comes out. Whether I stick with it, I mean, it depends, again, how will the game play. So I might not stick with it if it feels like a shit MMO, but I definitely do want to at least try it when it comes out. And, like any MMO, I think it would be funner to play, to, like, find a group and play with. So, if the Riot MMO seems like something you would want to try, by all means. It'd be awesome to get some peeps together and be like, hey, new game, let's see what it can do. Let's see if it's any good. And if it's not, then we are just like, okay, cool. we're I think we're done playing that. We'll move on. We'll go back to 14 or something. Can't justify another sub. I'll try it. If you can justify. Well, so here's the thing. And let's be fair. I did this with Final Fantasy 14. I didn't pay for it. I played the free version. You kidding me? No. If it is a free to play game, I will always play the free version. I didn't buy a sub until I was halfway through Heavensward. Now, to be fair, at the time, the free trial was only Heavensward, like at the end of Heavensward. Stormblood was not part of the free trial. It was only Heavensward when I first played it. But I got halfway through Heavensward. I genuinely thought I would finish Heavensward, and then I would fully assess, did I enjoy my time? Do I want to continue? I got halfway through Heavensward, and I bought a sub, because I was just like, I know this is a game I'm going to want to invest a lot of time to. Like, I wait till I know it's worth before I decide to put money into it. And with how all Riot Games, that is their like bread and butter. They make free to play games. Then they supply the finances to those games. Whoops. They supply the finances to those games by microtransaction cosmetic only. And that is a model that I am fine with. I have always respected that model. The moment you put something that affects gameplay into real money, I think you're shit. I do not like it. It has to be cosmetic only. That's the only way I'll accept microtransactions. And I think League of Legends did that perfectly fine. And that's how Riot is kind of done. Like, they do the same thing for Valorant. Valorant is free to play, cosmetic only. Even if they do, because it is an MMO and it will take a lot of time and resources, they'll have to do a subscription. They guarantee. I am 99% sure they will have a free trial version where you can play through at least part of the game for free. So I get your idea of like, if you can afford another sub, I'm not gonna buy it. If it costs money right out of the gate, I probably will wait and watch gameplay. I did this skip again, not the other one. God damn it. Whatever. If they release the MMO and they say like, oh, it like you have to do $30 to even try it, I'm gonna wait and watch gameplay. I will not buy it and play. I expect them to do a free trial, and then once you get to a certain point, if you want to continue, then you pay for a subscription. So when I say, hey, if you're interested, you'll want to join me, I'm talking about the free trial version. I will not buy a sub till I have played the game, and I know this is a game I want to invest money into. Like, this is a game I am willing to buy because I want to keep playing it. So yeah, I'm talking about like, no, they're free trial. Do you want to join the free trial with me? That's what I'm looking at. Free trial, you're down? Yeah. And I feel that's how Riot is gonna do things. It's how they usually do them. Is free trial powered by cosmetic microtransactions. If they make the entire MMO free, powered entirely by microtransactions, honestly, I'll be very surprised. I will be very surprised if they somehow, I don't know how that they could actually get financially stable. I don't know if you could power an MMO off of microtransactions only.
The volcano manor.
Volcano Manor does await me indeed. I'm gonna go right there right now. So yeah, I mean, like, when the Riot Games, the Riot MMO game comes out, I will definitely be popping up a free trial of that. If there is no free trial, I'm gonna be watching a lot of gameplay to see if I genuinely want to get invested. But I can't imagine there not being. It'd be cool to have a group with, because I don't really know many other people. I think you are like the main person I know that does a lot of MMO. Most people I know, either they've done MMO but they're not doing it now, or they just have zero interest in MMOs, which is fair. Free trial collab day? I mean, sure, by all means. Yeah, I'd be down. I don't know if I would it depends how much I really enjoy the game if I would do constant content on stream. I mean, because I have plenty of games that I play offline. Like, if I got back into Final Fantasy, unless I was doing Savages, I probably wouldn't stream it. I would probably, like, maybe stream Savages, and that would be it. I would mostly be playing it offline. And I feel I would do the same for the Riot MMO. But doing a first time, like, the game just came out, let's try it. Because let's be fair, Twitch is going to explode. Everybody, even the people who don't play MMOs, are going to be like, sure, we'll try it. Like pretty much every game that comes out. Everybody's going to be like, you know what, we'll try it. And it's just going to be the dominant game on Twitch for a good amount of time. And so, by all means, I'd be down to do a stream collab of, let's see how good this MMO is. But unless I really, really like it, I probably wouldn't keep it as a constant thing that I'd stream. Documenting impression, exactly. Like a first-time playthrough. I like doing first-time playthroughs on stream. Kind of like as a documentation of just like, ooh. Guys, this is my first time ever playing this game. Let's see how good it is. I like doing that stuff. But like, one game that I play a lot, I play a lot of Hunt Showdown. It's kind of, it's an extraction shooter, but it is more based around PvP, less around extraction. So it has a very different feel than, like, Arc Raiders or PUBG or whatnot. Like, you're not really going in to grab, like, a bunch of loot and then trying to get to... It's more like... It's more like a... It's more like a battle arena with an extraction element. You kit your people out beforehand with the guns that you want to play. Then you go in and you're looking to... It's a PvPvE, so you're looking to kill enemies inside the arena and kill players. And then you extract once you've killed, like, the boss of the area. I also don't like calling it a battle arena either, because the lobbies, every match you get into maximum 12 players. Which is very different than like your PUBG and other games that are like, or Fortnite, where it's like big 100-man survival to the last. It's like there's 12 people. There's a chance you might not even run into people. Like that's how the game goes. But I play that game offline. I used to play it on stream, and I have went back to it every now and then on stream. But for the most part, I play that game offline. It's an offline passion of mine. But I have been playing Hunt Showdown since it was in early access back in 2017. It's been out for a while. It's a decade-old game. And I have been playing it for a decade. I say I have 1,000 hours in Elden Ring, and it's like my favorite game of all time. I have 1,700 hours in Hunt Showdown. I have just shy... I'm like 300... Well, maybe not anymore, but it used to be double the amount of hours as Elden Ring. Given Elden Ring's been out for 4 years, Hunt Showdown's been out for 10. And I've been playing it for pretty much the entire 10 years. So of course it's gonna have more hours. But it has been one of my passion games that sometimes I'll drop it for even a year, but I'll come back to it. Like, I don't think I played it at all back in, like, 2023, 2024. I maybe played, like, a couple matches. But now, this year, dude, I've been playing it, like... I've been playing it a couple times a week for, like, the last 2-3 months. Played a bunch of games on time Played a bunch of games for the first time on stream. It's fun taking people through... Yeah, well, it's fun taking people through a journey. And I also know, like... There are streamers I watch, and when they play a game that I like, and it's their first time playthrough, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I will sometimes watch people I don't ever watch. People who I know of, but I don't care for their normal content. But they'll be like, hey, it's my first time going through Elden Ring. I'll be like, okay, and I'll watch it. Even though they're like a creator I never watch normally. So it's like, yeah, it's always fun when you see people go through the games, and it's fun to do that yourself. Be like, hey, I did a first playthrough of Blasphemous because I had people in chat recommend it. And I enjoyed Blasphemous. It was probably a game I would have played at some point, whether it was recommended to me or not. But there were people in chat that want to, and I think it's fun to, you know, do first-time playthroughs on stream. It's how you feel when someone goes through Final Fantasy XIV and makes you so happy. Dude, I would love to find someone who wants to go through Final Fantasy XIV for the first time and just be like, oh, I would love to take someone through that game for the first time. Also, probably because it's just been so long since I've played it that grabbing, like, making a new character with with somebody and just being like, we'll go through it together for the first time, even though that I know what's coming up. I think that'd be fun. Well, to be fair, I would not like going through A Realm Reborn. I would be totally fine completely skipping A Realm Reborn. Everything else, though. Oh. And that's after they remade A Realm Reborn to make it better. It was even worse. The boyfriends broke up. I've been the old man who holds their hand. Or the new tune. Oh, I was watching chat. I was staring at chat and I walked right off. That is, I think that is one of the first times I have I've lost a run because I was staring at chat. I'm usually pretty good at reading chat and not dying. Oh no, I'm sorry. Dude, you're fine. Yeah, I find that funny. I find that more funny than disappointing. Mostly because that's on me. Like, if it's a section I'm not comfortable with, I will wait to read chat. Like, I'm only gonna read chat when I know I can. So, I'm not gonna put myself in danger to read chat. Like I said, that was like the first time I think I've lost a run because I read chat. So, I just find that funny more than anything else. Plus, we were only like